Hi, it's Chef Rick, and today I'm making a Scotch Bonnet Pickle. These are Scotch Bonnet peppers, obviously the first thing you're going to need in a Scotch Bonnet Pickle. De-stalk them, so take off the stalk, and then slice them as thin as you can. Now this is a Scotch Bonnet Pickle. You can use any type of chilli. Obviously the higher end of the scale that we're talking, so anything from kind of Scotch bonnets and upwards, or any chilli that you like. I always find with a Scotch bonnet is loaded with flavours, and it's kind of sweet as well as being extremely spicy. I've done this with Nagers and scorpion chilies and all sorts, but no, my favourite out of them all is this one, the Scotch bonnet. It's an exceptionally hot. Let's not pretend it's not. I'm doing all of this with just bare hands, but if you're in any way sensitive to this sort of thing, then use gloves, because it's going to be on your hands for a long time. But that's all. That's the Scotch bonnet's all chopped up, nice and thin. They look gorgeous. There I am, just putting my hands in it more and more. Just I can't stop myself. And so now onto a medium heat in a wok if you've got one, or just kind of a deep pan is going to be best for this. So that's mustard oil. Straight away, and into that mustard oil, the mustard oil I'll let get hot there, by the way, is some of the punch Phoron, the Indian 5 spice. So again, with a lot of these things you'll tell by the smell, because obviously once that hot 5 spice is cooking in the mustard oil, releases an amazing smell, but it also starts to make like a bit of a crackle. And it starts to pop a tiny bit, not pop like aggressively out of the pan, but you can just hear it. You can hear it sizzling and popping away. You can kind of see it there in the video. You see how it's kind of sizzling a little bit, and as it sizzles, it'll start to kind of, like, well, we said this, pop a little bit and crackle. So that's now nice and hot. You've probably had that punch Phoron cooking in there for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then in goes the garlic paste. Garlic paste makes everything sizzle, and you can stir it all around. The flavours and the smell that comes off it when you first put in that garlic, it's amazing. The garlic, the mustard, the Indian 5 spice, just cooking away beautifully. This is beyond fragrant, really, and obviously we take it to the next level later when we start adding the chilies. But get that garlic in there, get that cooked around again, probably for maybe 3 or 4 minutes. You know what I'm going to say at this point: if you like my videos, please hit like. Down at the bottom there's a button that says subscribe. I do 3 videos a week, so it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, but it's amazing for me, so thank you in advance if you do choose to do that. The garlic's been frying away there in the oil for, like I say, about 3 or 4 minutes, and now I add sea salt flakes. Give those a good stir around. This recipe, by the way, is inspired by one of my favourite YouTubers, Latifs Inspired. I'll put a link to his YouTube in my bio. One thing he says there is about using the sea salt flakes instead of table salt. So I don't know why. I'll ask him one day. But yeah, use sea salt flakes. Okay, and now turmeric powder, coriander powder, and chili powder. All the quantities, of course, will be in the description, but give that a good stir around. Let that all cook within the oil. I think it probably goes without saying, I think you could tell if I hadn't already said this about 5 times in this video, but this is fragrant. This is the smells that come off this are amazing. So you've had it, even when you add those spices into the hot bubbling mustard oil with that punch Phoron and the garlic, and yeah, it's just going to make your house smell amazing, make your kitchen smell absolutely fantastic. Again, with all of these things, just keep making sure they're cooked and combined. In between, whenever you see me adding things, there's probably 2 or 3 minutes of stirring and kind of watching it cook away and bubble away. And now in with the chilies. So the first thing we want to do is start to cook these. Make sure they're all covering every bit of the pan. So I'll kind of stir a lot of that mixture over the top of them, get them mixed round, get them all combined in there. This is pretty much everything. Now, there's a couple of ingredients we'll add towards the end, but for now, for the majority of the cooking of this pickle, this is what you're going to be doing. So you can see right now that it's gone quite dry. You'll see there's not much liquid there, but as this cooks more and more, those chilies are going to release some liquid, and they're going to soften loads, and it's just going to be much easier. So probably in between each of these little messing about sessions that you'll see me doing here, I'll probably leave it for about 5 or 6 minutes just to sweat down. So you'll see in a minute I'll stop this and let it sit for a bit, let it cook. I'll just bring it all to the middle of the pan, probably just for neatness, really. So that's probably been cooking for about 5 minutes. So you see I go back to it. You can just tell, I don't know if you can tell just by watching, but it is all starting to soften up. So yeah, some serious warnings now whilst you're cooking this, and all the jokes aside, you know, when everyone says, oh, don't go to the toilet after you've been cooking chilies. Yeah, of course, that's totally real, but in my house here, I was in the kitchen, there was 2 doors away, and my family, my wife, my son, they're 2 rooms away coughing. The smell and the fumes that come off this are so powerful. My arms, my neck and my face for the rest of the day felt like I had sunburn. Nothing's like splashed on my arms. I've not rubbed my arms. I've not rubbed my face. It's just the powerfulness, all that's coming off those chilies. And like I say, Scotch Bonnet is a hot chili, but it's nowhere near the hottest chili that you could be using for this. So just be aware of things like that. So you might want to wear gloves. You might want to wear a long sleeve top, as weird as that sounds. But yeah, it's just all day and all night I was just lay there like, Jesus, my arms just feel sunburnt, and my neck, like I say. So just be careful with it. Open some windows, and you know, it's worth it in the end. I do promise it's worth it in the end. So you can see what I've been doing there. Just keep mixing it round. This has probably had now 15 or 20 minutes on there. Look how it's all broken apart. It's all getting lovely and soft. The longer you cook it, the more steam and the more vapour and the more gas, if you want to call it gas, comes off it. So yeah, you're in for... This is not an easy one to cook. It might be very easy, kind of what we're doing in a pan, but to be stood over this, to be doing stove work over this, is not easy at all. And now you add some sugar. Just some granulated sugar. Again, the quantities will be in the description. That sugar is actually going to increase the heat. Crazy. And the sweetness, of course, but it does increase the heat of this pickle. So let's let that bubble away slightly, and now we add some cider vinegar. Stir all this round. That's every ingredient that we're going to be adding. You can see at this stage it's looking fairly wet, but you can totally see how all of that the chilies have broken down and have, you know, softened. Let's give that a really good mix round. I think this is the last mix I do. Let it bubble away ever so slightly. Last little stir, and then we're just going to take it off the heat. And that's it. Just leave it off the heat now. Let that sit for a while, let it find itself, let it cool down slightly before you're going to put it into an airtight container. I believe that by adding the cider vinegar, this is a pickle, so this will keep for as long as you want. I couldn't tell you, when we make this in our house, it does not last more than 2 weeks in the fridge. This is exceptionally hot. There's no two ways about it, but the amount of flavour that's in there, it's not like you're just eating something that's hot for a laugh and going, oh God, you know, it's amazing. It's amazing on pizzas, on sandwiches. Anywhere that you would use a pickle, of course in curries. I'll put it in with like a chicken mayo and just mix it around just to add that level of spice. I'll put that lid on, leave it in the fridge for a couple of days. I leave it for a couple of days minimum just to find itself. This has been in there for 2 days now. You can see how it's a lot firmer, but it's beautiful. Look at the colour of it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's mega spicy, but it's mega delicious. You will make it over and over again. You'll put yourself through the pain and misery of being stood over this whilst it cooks, because it's absolutely gorgeous. That's it. Thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate every single viewer. Click like if you like it. Click subscribe if you're not subscribed. And that's it. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much.